Hello, I'm Christy, and I'm sorry I've been away so long. I went through the comments you all left for me on YouTube and felt so good and so inspired. I may be biased, but I think I happen to have the best viewers on YouTube. So thank you. Really, really, really thank you for watching and sticking with me even after I disappear for a few months. I'm really sorry about that, by the way, and I'll explain more about that later. Your comments have inspired me to host the January Canuary Challenge, and you're invited. It's a pantry cooking extravaganza, and the only rules are 1. Inventory what you have in your pantry. 2. Using what you have in your pantry, create a shopping list each week. And 3. Try something new, whether it's an ingredient or a new recipe. Do this throughout January and see what happens. I bet you're going to save money and have some fun. If you don't have a lot of food in your pantry, go to the local food bank and pick up a distribution of stuff, or tell some friends what you're doing and see if they'll donate some pantry items to you. That way you'll be challenged to try some new ingredients. Use the items in your pantry to get some ideas about what you can make and use it as a starting point to plan your shopping. I'll be doing this challenge alongside you, and I think it's going to be really, really fun. You may have noticed that I have an Instagram account, but I'm pretty bad at checking it. I'm going to check it as much as I can this month. So if you use Instagram, please post some pictures with what you're making, use hashtag January Canuary, and tag me in your post. I'll upload a video at the end of January to document my January Canuary journey, and I hope you follow along and share your own recipes and hopefully some savings too. Now for my sincere apology for being away for so long. Girl, I work in healthcare, and it's been rough during this friggin' pandemic. I started working overtime a few months ago, and I lost all my creative juices and all my free time. I'm bursting with ideas again and really trying to have a better balance between my job and all the many interests I have, including this YouTube channel. I also really am wanting to make some content about money and RV life, so you may have noticed a small change to my YouTube. I'm going to try Christy's Discount Life and see how that works. Don't worry, this channel will still be heavily focused on cooking. I just want to give myself some creative license to make some other videos as well. I've also heard from you all that budget cooking challenge videos and pantry cooking are particularly useful, so I'll be focusing on that as well. Thank you for sticking with me, for leaving the most awesome comments. I'm super duper excited to be putting out videos again, and I'm going to do it as often as I can. Let's go ahead and get January Canuary started right now by checking out my pantry. Okay, so we are in my little RV kitchen. It's little, but it works. The lighting isn't the greatest, so hopefully you can see okay. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you my pantry, which is small. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4 shelves. Pretty basic, but even with something simple, you can still have some good ingredients hiding back there. So let's go ahead and see what I got going on in here so I can get some ideas of what to make for January Canuary. I am pretty much out of rice. Definitely gonna get some more basmati rice at the store because I actually went to visit my brother in San Francisco and went to Chinatown yesterday, which was super fun. Walking around Chinatown is always the best. But I picked up some of these mung beans, which I haven't had in forever, and I enjoy mung beans. And I was reading that apparently for people that sometimes have sensitivities towards beans, mung beans are usually a good way to go. Something about the fiber in them or the type of bean, they can be easier to digest. So I'm gonna try to find like a good mung bean curry recipe, and I'll definitely show you all what I come up with when I make my video about January Canuary. Dry January is also good. It's no alcohol January. Got some peanut butter, oatmeal, lima beans, black beans, green split peas, and lentils. I like my beans, y'all. I forgot about these sun-dried tomatoes. I've got a big old jar of delicious sun-dried tomatoes, so I bet these will be good in like a pasta salad or a lot of different things. I've got more beans. I'm feeling, I think, like a bean soup coming. Some canned tomatoes. These will be perfect for bean soup or for a mung bean curry. And then I have a bunch of baking supplies and like oils and condiments. Something that I'm noticing among my baking supplies is this yeast. I haven't baked in so long, and in part because I have this tiny little oven. Here, let me show you. We have this little, so maybe you can see the oven is pretty small. It's just a toaster oven, but I was thinking maybe I could put a pizza directly in. I know this pan is dirty, but I could put a pizza crust maybe directly in this pan. And so that might be something I could use this yeast for. That would be excellent and delicious. My love, my dear love, coconut oil, flour, nuts, espresso chocolate chips. Maybe we'll do some sweets. Polenta, love polenta. Forgot that I had this and haven't made polenta in so long. So I think with all the beans, we could also do a burrito bowl, but with polenta. Andre and I have done that before. It's super good. Make polenta, add black beans or pinto beans, or I guess any other kind of beans, and then some pico, some good salsa, whatever kind of toppings you want, sour cream. Delicious. If y'all don't know how to make alfalfa sprouts, I can make a video about that maybe. It's a good money saver and really delicious. Random pasta. Dates. I've had these dates for so long. I need to eat these dates. I could probably put them in something. Oh, I did not know that I had these oats. I can use these for granola. I thought I was out. Perfect. It's a little damp in here. I've been fighting the dampness in the RV. And it wasn't damp in here a couple days ago, but it just got really cold. And I think it's, you know, heat and cold, just like a cold soda can. It's like cold outside and warm inside. And it's creating some condensation. So I'm gonna dry out my stuff. See, that's another great reason to check on your pantry items. You can see if something is getting wet and moldy and destroyed. Like my stuff was at risk of becoming. Oh, so I'm gonna dry off my flours. This is like a good multi-grain flour. And I think it's gluten-free too. Maybe I can use some of this and some all-purpose flour to make my pizza crust. All-purpose flour. I like to put my flour, my baking stuff in big jars. Really, I like to put all my stuff in jars. I love jars. As much as possible, I use jars because stuff keeps in there really, really well. And like I'm dealing with this moisture problem right now, but none of my stuff in jars, because they're all sealed airtight, none of this stuff is going to be ruined by this condensation I just found. So that's a big money saver right there, just like not having your stuff ruined by pests or moisture or mold, and staying super fresh for a super long time. Okay, that's basically it for this shelf. And then down here, it's like no man's land. Let me show you. There's random snacks. Some of this is Andre's stuff. There's some oil and vinegar. This is really good. There's some ghee, which we can totally use for making curry. That will be really delicious. I have some herbs and spices down here. Oh, a bottle of wine. Cool. And then Andre's got some protein powder. I'll come down here too and dry it out. But that's really like the bulk of it. I'm excited to use all these awesome things that I found and come up with some new recipes. So we can definitely see, what do we see happening here? We see mung bean curry, maybe with some basmati rice and some like shredded chicken. We can see a burrito bowl with polenta, a like multi-bean soup. I like to do like a tomato and broth base for bean soup. And what else? Oh yes, the pizza. Pizza with some active dry yeast. I haven't used yeast in such a long time, so I'm excited for that. This is gonna be fun. I think this is gonna be a lot of fun, and I hope you all join me for January Canuary. If you're like me, you got canned ingredients in your pantry and you can do it and save more money this year. Until next time, happy cooking.